If you're watching this today and you're black and you're really worried about the violence of white supremacy breaking out in your local community, go get a conceal and carry. Start to shoot every day.
Hey man, what's going on with sports culture where getting called Jackie on the baseball field is somehow a shot below the belt, and we got to launch an investigation by MLB? And look, I know I'm old. That's why I'm bringing you in. You're not old. You're still playing. You're an athlete. You're just in your early 30s, 30, 31 years old. Is it out of bounds? Do we not trash talk anymore in sports? Are people that weak and fragile?
This entire thing is outrageous. These are champagne problems from people who are completely detached with the real issues of the world. And I thought it was completely ridiculous for Anderson to reference himself as Jackie Robinson in the first place, let alone get mad for Donaldson referring to him as Jackie when it was just a repeating of his own characterization. And I thought it was ridiculous for Donaldson to even qualify it and apologize. And LaRusso is way, way out in left field. But as petty as this is, the cultural implications are huge. They're incredibly big. And the cultural implication here is that racism is going to continue to be used as this, way to categorize and clump together anything that's anti-narrative, anything that's anti-establishment, and they'll do it through a string of vastly different instances. You got this will be called racism, I'll be called far right, you'll be called far right, Steve Bannon is a white supremacist, and they'll tie it all to the Buffalo shooter as the outcome of when white supremacy and violence goes too far. And the great scam and lie of it all is that they want black people to become victims of race violence. And the Buffalo shooter situation does seem to be an instance where it was a racially motivated attack on black people. But the establishment loves it when that happens. The establishment foams at the mouth. You can see the sparkle in their eyes when black people are the victims of any type of racial violence. And, you can tell that none of this wokeism is really an effort to empower black people or to protect black people. Because if you're watching this today and you're black and you're really worried about the violence of white supremacy breaking out in your local community, go get a conceal and carry. Start to shoot every day. And I realized that this officer that shot the Buffalo shooter in the chest 6 times but didn't take him down because he was wearing a Kevlar vest, easy correction. If a mass shooter breaks out and you're there and you're armed, shoot for the head. And I think if there were 10 black people in that store that day that were armed and had been trained to shoot, that shooter would have had a much more difficult time killing as many people. And even if he was able to kill as many people, I would rather have a gun and be able to defend myself than be the victim. And the establishment likes us being victims, and they'll use these champagne instances of Anderson being called Jackie to homogenize a boogeyman of white supremacy. It's ridiculous.